River in the fabled borough of Brooklyn, New York. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Cardinals of Brooklyn.
2 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in week 3.
And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25.
Let's go.
Now a first carry here for Robinson.
And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. Now this defense for the Cardinals, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Ritter back to throw.
And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack.
It's Zaven Collins who got in there to get the sack. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback too.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long.
Looking to throw it here. Ritter.
Under pressure, they got him again. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. He'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return. And the Cardinals great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, you think about what it's taken to get to this point. The Giants and the Jets, obviously historic franchises, shared the stadium for years, never felt fully right. Well, now you got 2 New York teams with 2 different homes. And this team in Brooklyn, I'll tell you what, walking in, seeing the excitement on the fans' faces, they are ready to embrace a team here in Brooklyn. And this should be a fun experience to watch unfold.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
The Cardinals are 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate. The always tough NFL.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. 25 yards, the pickup there, and also a 1st down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here.
They'll run here on 3rd and goal. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there.
His 2nd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Cardinals get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Santos with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go.
And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Ridder to throw it.
And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
But you look at this defense.
They were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville. And last week in that victory, they were pretty good. Probably a pretty easy film session, I would imagine.
And after a performance like that, so many people think you just roll into film, take your popcorn, kick back, and enjoy the show because they played well. I can just tell you from experience, after a win is when coaches come down on you harder, because they want to emphasize all the mistakes that happened. Because you won, you're in a good mood. They want to bring you back to earth. Oftentimes you walk out of there and you ask your teammate, did we win last week?
So my assumption was wrong. I learned something.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Back to throw, Ridder. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 41-yard line.
Back to the ground with Robinson.
Pushing through the contact. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm.
2nd quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
Here's Ridder. That's Gets into a crowd and intercepted. And the Cards are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. But the good news for them, they got the football. The bad news, they have to go 99 yards here as they start this drive out on their own 1-yard line. A lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9.
That first down run could not have turned out worse for our defense, because when they came out on the field, their number one mission, keep them stacked up close to their goal line, and at worst, create great field position for their offense.
Throwing quickly, that's caught by Brown out wide. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 23 yards to pick up there. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Don't let us down.
Oh, now Moore going to get a chance to run. And this is going to be a Cardinals first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. They'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
2nd and 6. Back to throw here. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49. A gain of just 2.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
On third down, they'll try and run for it on the draw. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Right back to him on first down. 20. 5. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Cardinals go up by 2 touchdowns. Now the point after try for Santos. And it's good to make it 14-0. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready at the 41-yard line. He'll drop to throw. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Zaven Collins. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Second down throw coming for Ridder. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Ridder and the Falcons need an answer and a big play here on 3rd and long following the sack.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try to figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Fielded at the 33. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
It almost pushed them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6.
They'll drop to throw.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
Yeah, offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back because they understand you can only go to the well so many times in a game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play there on the catch and run, and it's going to yield a new set of downs.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw again. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Now it's 2nd and 10. And now they'll shift things around. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Here's first and goal. And gosh, points here. A chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That's to McBride, and he has it. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cardinals will extend their lead here just before halftime. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Final play before the half. Here's Ritter. That's complete to Robinson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's got some space here. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 123 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Here's a quick throw caught out wide. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense. Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. This is caught. Touchdown! Rondale Moore, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals add 6 to their lead. Santos with the extra point, and it is 28-0. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. Let's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And that's going to be another first down. Good running for him to start the drive. This one, 11 yards. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Oh, here's a fake on the jet sweep and a give to Robinson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
2nd and a couple. Ritter now looking to throw it this time. He finds Robinson. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Ritter now. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
But look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. Marcus Davenport there to take him down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. A throw left side, hauled in by Hamler. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. And now they're in the hurry-up. On first down, Ritter. Targeting blitz on the out route, and he's got it complete. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you wanted to give him a little extra for the effort, but instead he sets his guys up in excellent shape for 1st and goal.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
At the 3-yard line.
Ritter. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Robinson is into the end zone. It's a Falcons touchdown. To try here for the extra point. He's got it to bring it back to 28-7 now. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. KaVontae Turpin now from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 133 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards to pick up, 1st down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. So both teams trade touchdowns in the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL. 2nd and 5. 1 back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. A good move. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Now they'll change things around before the snap. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Throw left side complete. That's Brown. No gain on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
A 45-yard attempt.
Santos' kick is up and through. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. A dangerous return man showing it here. And a very solid return out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Ridder on 1st and 10.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Here's Ridder again.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Ridder will set up to throw it.
And a return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
And here in the 4th quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages. But not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Split them here on this side.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they can't bring him down. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there. 32 yards.
And the Cardinals have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And Parker, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21.
61 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Ridder throwing on 3rd down. Look at the big man rumble.
And he'll be out right at the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Now Ridder to throw on 1st down. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line
before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10, right at the 40.
Looking to throw it here. Ritter.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Second down and a run by Robinson. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
And they're going to speed things up here.
First down, here's Ritter. That's out wide here for Robinson.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
2 yards to go, second down. Back to throw, Ritter.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2.
Ritter to throw it. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Ritter looking to throw on 1st and 10.
And quick throw here, that's complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
Another throw coming up here for Ritter.
His throw incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Oh, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. That is brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
They'll run for it with Robinson. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense,
there he goes, left side.
Now look out to the 20.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
They seemingly just continue to score at will, and as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win, but one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them, because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
About
Now it's set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements. I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game films from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind them.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing to the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
Fourth down, big play. Here's Ritter. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. Well, this was a blowout.
Yeah. First off, my name Toe, but it's really Tobe Chuku. Got a BM that keep my